You know, DRA is one of a few companies that's currently part of a task force in Canada for a graphite project. The task force has been set out to actually develop the first carbon neutral mine or all electric mine open cut in the world. We see that as a phenomenal step forward. Technology is something that's always been embraced by DRA. Our evolution over the last 34 years since our inception has always been off the back of technology. We've got specialized programs that we've actually developed, especially again for our operating and maintenance business, and we think that bringing that to the customer, does add value in terms of reducing risk and providing a lot more price certainty to our customers. I honestly think and believe that, if you look at the mining industry, if you look at the mining sector, if you look at what's happening in the mining sector, the example that I've given in terms of the all-electric mine task force that we're part of in Canada, the evolution of mining, in Australia, I almost want to say, I think that there are lots to learn from the other sectors from the mining industry. We're going into things like remote trains. Or driverless trains. We're going into things like driverless trucks. Something that probably, if you look at other parts and other industries, is probably not that, in the forefront. It's all about safety. It's all about reducing risk. So I'm always hesitant to try and say that the mining industry need to learn from other industries. I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can look at our carbon footprint and see how we can reduce our carbon footprint from a mining point of view. I do think that the mining industry, this industry that we all love, is probably really evolving and has evolved over the last few years and more to come to be really in the forefront of technological innovation. Wouldn't like to speculate. I'm not a market analyst. What we can see is, we can look at trends. We can see that despite some pressures, we think that the coal market, both metallurgical and thermal coal, will be there for a number of years. It probably won't be the pick of the bunch when it comes to thermal coal, but there's a need to continue with that for the foreseeable future. I mean, goes without saying that probably cobalt, and all the other battery minerals seem to be very popular, seem to be ready for picking by the market. There also seem to be quite a lot of attention to that, and you almost want to be cautious that you don't go into a very overheated market almost a little bit too late. If you look at lithium, especially around the world, the amount of lithium projects going up, the amount of people pursuing lithium, yes, it's a massive growth industry, but I think there are some other commodities for us, for me personally, I think copper, is always a very stable type of commodity to invest in. Well, I think the benefit from conferences like this is, it's for people to understand the total skill set of your organization, especially if you seem to be fairly new, in a new geographical area, networking with potential customers. But also networking with the financial sector. I think at the end of the day, it's very much a symbiotic relationship between all parties in the mineral sector. You can't sort of live without each other, even competitors. Although you sometimes, in fierce competition with each other, you still talk at these conferences with each other because you all have the same goal at the end of the day.